Hello everyone, welcome to Aarthi Learnings, and in this video we're going to see how to select a drop-down in Microsoft Forms using UiPath Studio. And just let me show you the demo first on how we're going to select, and then we will going to go in details how we can select that. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing for more videos. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you have any other doubts, do mention them in the comment section below. So we are opening the form here, and then we're going down to see the checkbox, the drop down box, and then we're selecting the drop down. I have given the delay so that we can actually see what's happening here. So it's selected Amazonas, and this is a static value what I have given in this flow. So we will see how we can create that as a dynamic value. And here we can see we need to select item drop down, and then we need to select the value, which is the input where you are actually getting the input variable from. And then here you can see I used an open browser to open that particular Microsoft form, and then I used a send hotkey to go to down to see that particular drop down, and then I used two clicks where I indicated the select your answer first, and then I use the value here. So let me create a variable here. Let me name that as a department variable, as because of the department names. So let me make it as a department name, and it is a string. And let me go to the full scope, and then let us see another name. Here it is Amazonas. So let us uh, select Caesar, CESAR. So you need to provide that name here. I think it is right. Caesar, CESAR, right? CESAR, CESAR, Caesar. So this is pretty the input variable where you are getting the values to select, or from either from Excel or any other form. If you are getting Caesar from the Excel, so you need to select the Caesar here. So I just given this value. You can take it from the Excel, a read cell value or a read range, and you can use a row item value as well. Now I need to pass that particular value to this particular second click. So I need to click on open UI Explorer so that we can see all the selectors there. And here you can see it is not validated. So let us indicate this again and click on function F2, and you need to select this one, and we can see it is validated now. Now we need to change the selector dynamically. In the here you can see the selected items and the unselected items. We can able to see the inner text here, the inner text value, which is Amazonas. So we're going to replace that value whatever we are getting from the Excel or the data table. So we need to include that in our selector, and we are actually excluding the tab index. So it is not always in the first column, first row, right? Either it is in the, I think it is maybe at 10 or 11. So we need to say exclude that particular row index from there, and then you need to select the inner text and validate that again, and it is not able to validate that particular selector. And is there any other things that we can use there apart from tab index? So let us see the tab index for the other ones so that we can able to make up for that. So function F2 again, and now we will select the second one. So it is tab index is -1. So right, now we will select the inner text. There is also an IDX value which is replacing, so let us exclude that IDX value as well. So let us remove this. is able to validate, but when you are adding the inner text, it is still validating. So now we will remove the tab index from here and check this again. Now it is able to recognize the second one. So now we will pass the dynamic selector here, and in place of this particular value right here, just right click there and choose a variable. Now we will see the department name here, so click on that particular department name and click on OK, and we can able to see this and click on validate. Again it will not validate, just click on save. Now we made this particular selector as a dynamic where your input variable will selected every time, and here our input variable is Caesar, so you need to click on Caesar and select the drop down Caesar item. So and this is how you can select a dynamic selector. And I also want to highlight a point here, and you can see the value in the error here. If you find this type of error while doing this, there may be an issue with your project file. Just close that project file and open a new process and try to run this again. And this is one error which you will get if the project file or the main project is corrupted. So let us check this by running it again. Now the form is open, so it will show the page down. So I am given the 3 seconds delay to load this form, and then it will click the page down, and then it will select the item. So here we have a 2 seconds delay, so it is waiting for that. Now it need to select the Caesar. So let us see whether it able to select Caesar or not. No, it's not selecting. So let us see what happened there. No, it is still, the process is going on. So let us wait for some more time. Yes, there is an error here. So cannot find the UI element corresponding to this, which is the inner text is Caesar. So let us verify the. Okay, actually there are two windows that are opened up. So uh, just close this again. So we will run this again, because whenever you have two browser opens, that there may be a confusion of which item to be selected from which browser. So close all the browsers before doing any automation of selecting these type of forms or the form items, the drop downs or the list items. Now we will see whether it will be able to find that particular selector item or not. So these are the common mistakes that will happen. So just make sure you avoid all those in this kind of automations. So it is not selecting. So I think it is CESAR. So let us check that. Why it is not selecting that? So there is an error. So we will try and rectify that now. Just let me drag in another click activity here, and then indicate this to season. Let us see what is the selectors that are there for this particular selector, for this particular item. They are in the drop down. So here when I click on inner text, here we can see there is a space in between the R and the value, R and the dot, or the single quotation there. So let us try that out by giving a space after Caesar. Let us try to do this and just run it again. Maybe that was the issue, because we only given Caesar, but there is a space after the R. And you also have to be conscious about what is the value that is present in that particular drop down and the value that you are giving to the selector. If the both doesn't match, then it will not click on the UI element and it will show you the UI element can't find. So this is also one of the issue that you need to be conscious about. And let us see now it is able to click in on that particular drop down or not. Now it need to be to the page down and select Caesar. Right, now it is selected, right? Because there is a space after every item. So let me show you the another one, which will let us see another drop down value. Because there is a space there, sorry, and let me indicate this again. This one, Vienna. So let us see these selectors here. Click on open UI selectors. And click on inner text here. So you can see it is pretty much clear that every item which is in the drop down has a space after the value. So you need to pass the input value such that it will contain the name, and then there is a space after the name. So this is what you have to be conscious about if you are not getting this correctly. And these are some of the errors that I identified while creating this particular process. So yeah, hope it may help you and create your Microsoft Form automation easily. And thanks for watching this. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing for more videos. And if you have any other doubts, do mention them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.